Cristiano Ronaldo is one of the greatest of all time. And if you're already feeling sad because he's about to retire, get ready, because today you'll find out why there will never be another player like Cristiano Ronaldo. I don't even need to say how unique Cristiano Ronaldo is. You can see it just by looking at his records. CR7 is the player with the most goals and most assists in the Champions League, the toughest tournament in the world. He's also the top scorer in the history of the biggest club in the world, Real Madrid. And recently, he became the player with the most official games in history. Oh, and he's also the player with the most official goals according to FIFA's count. Not even the weak football in Saudi Arabia made Cristiano Ronaldo disappear from the world stage, because last year, he was simply the player who scored the most goals. But it's not just his records that make him unique. After all, records are meant to be broken, right? Actually, if there's one thing Cristiano Ronaldo has that really sets him apart, it's his mindset. And when I say mindset, I mean his mentality. Something where the Portuguese star has outshone his biggest rival, Lionel Messi. But before we talk about the Argentine, who, by the way, helped Cristiano Ronaldo become the player he is, we need to go back to his roots to understand how he became a goal-scoring and title-winning machine. Everyone knows that Cristiano left Madeira Island, coming from a poor family in Portugal, to conquer the world. What people don't often think about is what the Portuguese star had to give up. At just 10 years old, young Ronaldo had the chance to sign with the Sporting Youth Academy, which is the dream of many kids in Portugal. But have you ever thought about what Cristiano had to sacrifice to train at Sporting? He didn't have time to play like normal kids, because when he wasn't at school studying, he was training football, which, to be fair, was still fun. But the hardest part was that Cristiano had to leave his family. He went to Lisbon alone, while his mum and siblings stayed in Madeira. So, what does this have to do with Cristiano Ronaldo's mindset? Even as a child at that moment, he didn't have the option to fail. This was his golden opportunity. If he lost the chance to play for Sporting, all that would be left was going back home without hope and empty-handed. Cristiano couldn't afford to fail. It was then that he realized he wasn't born a champion, but he had to learn to become one at any cost. Cristiano learned the most important lesson of his career. Winning had to be his #1 priority, but that alone wouldn't be enough. After all, this is the reality for many kids trying their luck in youth academies around the world. So, what made Cristiano different? The answer to this question is quite different from what you might think. The truth is, Cristiano only became one of the best in history because he had one of the best in history as his rival. I know this might sound a bit confusing, but let me explain. With his winning mentality, Cristiano reached the top. In 2008, he was named the best player in the world by multiple awards. At that moment, it seemed there were no limits for Cristiano Ronaldo until he came along. A being who seemed to have come from another planet just to play football here on Earth. Lionel Messi not only won the Best Player in the World award in 2009, but also greatly surpassed Cristiano Ronaldo. In fact, Lionel Messi's team, that Barcelona coached by Guardiola, became one of the greatest teams in history. The big problem was that this repeated in 2010, 2011, and 2012. For 4 years in a row, Cristiano was no longer the #1 in the world. During those years, the world seemed to forget the potential of the Portuguese star. The focus was all on the Argentine. That's when Cristiano realized he needed to reinvent himself. And Cristiano Ronaldo's reinvention was nothing short of extraordinary. He understood that it wasn't enough just to be talented and have a winning mentality. He needed to take his game to a whole new level. Starting in 2013, we saw a different Cristiano Ronaldo, more focused, more determined, and above all, more adaptable. He began to change his style of play. If before he relied heavily on his speed and dribbling skills, now he started to work more on his efficiency in the box. He became an exceptional finisher, someone who could score with headers, volleys from outside the box, and of course, free kicks. Ronaldo turned into an even more relentless goal-scoring machine. This is the second thing that makes him unique. Besides his winning mentality, Cristiano Ronaldo knows how to adapt to what the game requires. The first evidence of this transformation came in the 2013-2014 season. Cristiano Ronaldo not only reclaimed the title of the best player in the world, but also led Real Madrid to their 10th Champions League title, the much-coveted La Decima. In that season, he set a new record for goals in a single Champions League edition, scoring 17 times. Messi hadn't even come close to that. But Ronaldo didn't stop there. He continued breaking records and winning titles. In 2016, He led Portugal to their first major international title by winning the European Championship, and in 2018, he won the UEFA Nations League, again with Portugal. These achievements solidified his position not only as a great club player, but also as a national hero. But that's not all. None of this would matter if Cristiano had only been a goal-scoring monster for 3 or 4 seasons. And this brings us to the third reason why Cristiano Ronaldo is unique in the world of football: his longevity at the highest level. While many players start to decline in their 30s, Ronaldo seems to defy the laws of nature. His discipline off the field is simply unreal. A strict diet, intense training, and extreme care of his body have allowed him to play at a high level well beyond what is expected for a player of his age. The move to Juventus in 2018 proved to be another successful chapter in Cristiano's career. He quickly adapted to Italian football and continued to score a mountain of goals, helping Juventus win titles and maintaining his relevance on the global stage. And remember, we are talking about a player who was already 33 years old when he went to Italy. Even when he transferred to Al Nassr in Saudi Arabia, many speculated that he was ending his career. But Ronaldo continued to show his value, staying among the top scorers in the world and attracting a legion of fans to Arab football. But there's something that makes Cristiano even greater. Many great players have had periods of dominance in world football, but perhaps none have influenced a generation as much as Cristiano Ronaldo. Yes, this might be Cristiano Ronaldo's greatest legacy. His work ethic, determination, and winning mentality have inspired countless young people around the world. Many elite players today cite Ronaldo as their main inspiration, someone who embodies the idea that with hard work and dedication, anything is possible. And it's not hard to find some of these players today. Mbappe, for example, has already stated that he uses Cristiano Ronaldo as his example. The new number 7 of Real Madrid has already shown that he not only looks up to Cristiano Ronaldo, but also emulates him. Young people see in Cristiano Ronaldo an example of overcoming obstacles, someone who, despite all difficulties, never gave up and always sought to reinvent himself. He proved that natural talent is important, but true greatness comes from a combination of talent, hard work, and an unbreakable mindset. And that's why there will never be another player like Cristiano Ronaldo. His story is unique. His mentality is incomparable. He has shown that it's possible to redefine success at every step of one's career, even when facing a rival like Lionel Messi. In the not-so-distant future, when Cristiano Ronaldo finally hangs up his boots, the football world will have lost not just a great player, but an icon, an example of perseverance and excellence. And although new talents will emerge and other records will be broken, Cristiano Ronaldo will be remembered not just as a player. He is a legend, a true force of nature who has inspired and will continue to inspire millions around the world. And that's why, in the world of football, there will never be another like Cristiano Ronaldo.